10/13/2013, we have the government shutdown in play, and we're going to update the fact that when we had the correction at 1730, we came down and we hit our price target on the S&P 500, which was 1645. We had a big relief 2-day rally. We came right back above the technically damaged S&P, back above the 10-week moving average and the 20-week. We were headed down to test that 1625 area. Then we had that gap open up, and we had that big rally on Thursday and then Friday. What we will say is that the government is in process. We have full swing of earnings season. Wall Street's going to have to focus on corporate profits. From a daily perspective on the S&P 500, we can clearly see that all the technical indicators, whether it be the 20-day, the 10-day, the 50-day, and the 100-day, is that reversal doji daily is that we've come back up here and we're traveling back up to the neckline. The monthly level of the S&P 500, we can clearly see where that long wick is down here. And we have bounced back up, and the neckline will remain at 1720 on the S&P. When we go back to the daily view, we can clearly see that the various different times that we have called for pullbacks or corrections. Pullbacks are where markets pull back. Corrections are where they correct 10 to 15%. We have yet to have a 10% correction in calendar 2013 within the bull cycle move. What we will tell people is, our MMTs and people around the world, is that the volatility will continue to increase both for the bear and the bull, and that corporate profits will remain weak, and that there is a wall of resistance right here at 1710 on the S&P. That's 1710. Then we can move it right on up below that neckline at 1718, right below 1720 on the daily level. There was a daily sell signal. Since that oversold condition, short term, I repeat, short term is short term. Within a 5, 7, or 10-day trading cycle, you get to oversold conditions and bull rallies, and you pop back up. Now that that has played the course, we are approaching what we call within the overall trend cycle on this daily S&P 500 is that you're entering an overbought territory again with that 2-day rally on Thursday and Friday. The S&P went too far, too fast, and that is what volatility is. And we talked about that volatility picking up. Volatility will continue to increase. One of the things that we will say on this index, you have 70 companies that will report earnings on 10/14, which is tomorrow morning, starting on Monday through Friday. 70 of the 500 S&P 500 companies will be giving corporate guidances, whether they're downside, upside, what corporate profits look like, what the government shutdown has done, and lots of other various factors that will go into play in this calendar year. By the way, just beware that the volatility, once again, you still have a daily sell signal. What I will say to the MMTs around the world is that any news or any resolution is sell the news. It's already had a big short cover rally. I will say that the S&P broader 500 stocks and the whole indexes, that the upside rally was anemic volume. What do I mean by the statement? Very, very, very low volume. There was not a lot of people barreling in there and buying up And when you see reversals, the key is that you like to see where the buy side volume is much greater than when we had that correction. We call it a pullback. And once again, we nailed it in August, and we nailed it in October. And what should have happened in September is that people came in and they bid stocks up. And I can tell you right now that there's a lot of concern out here, but any resolution, anything to do with the debt ceiling, kicking the can down the road, any of it, all of it and any of it, is going to create extreme volatility. What we will say during the quarterly profit earnings that are upon us is that you want to pick the good ones, and that the bull will still continue to try to go out at the end of this calendar year with a bang. And then we get into calendar 2014, which will be a total different scenario than what 2013 was. The bull got a rally after 13 years, from 2000 to the bare lows of a year ago when we started this in November. And we are going to finish out the month of October. And it was 1 year ago when we had the same government rhetoric, the same dysfunctions within your government, our government, the world's government in the USA cannot seem to do their job. And it's unfortunate as it is, but people will have to deal with it. Once again, buying opportunities on pullbacks will come. Pick off the good ones. Price volatility will increase. Put your seatbelts on and be prepared to deal with it.